Right, we're live. Welcome to the show. Got the usual suspects here. Myself, new handle by the way. I'm the Cockney Gooner now by my handle. I'm still called the Arsenal Alliance on my channel, but the new handle, if you want to find me that way, I'm the Cockney Gooner. Socials, everything's going
I like it.
that way. Someone said it to me. How can you be a Cockney and be an Arsenal fan? So then I just come up with it. I'm the Cockney
Normally
Gooner.
West Ham fans say that.
Eh?
Normally West Ham fans say
Yeah,
that.
I've got a load of mates that are West Ham fans as well. Yeah, but anyway, I'll just say, yeah, I'm the Cockney Gooner then. Big up Miss Melina in the chat and AFC always. We've got Luca with us. Luca talks ball this week.
Big up. As people know that people say Luca doesn't talk sense sometimes. But no, yeah, my channel is Luca Talks Ball. Obviously I do Arsenal and also MK Don's content, but mainly Arsenal content as well. So a bit of mixture as well. That's something about me. We're currently sitting on 8,150 subs.
Wow.
So obviously we're on the road to 8.2k. But we will get there some point. And of course, if you want to know about my YouTube channel, just subscribe to the channel. Anthony knows what I'm like when Arsenal lose. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Anthony, we all remember the watercress sandwiches, yeah?
Oh, definitely. That's what you're bulking on in the gym, Luca. We know that.
Eating sandwiches.
We have we've got Luca's link will be in the description. I think I did put it in there on StreamYard. I'm not sure if it's clickable.
Much appreciated.
If it's not clickable, I will put it in there again after the show finishes. But it should be all right. I should imagine so. So we're going to start with a game. Let's just say hello to everybody in the chat. AFC always, how you doing? Miss Melina and McManus is in the chat. Welcome all. Let's quickly just read their comments out. I have got a link. Is the pinned comment. So we're going to have a call in later. So if anyone wants to come on, you can come backstage and we can get you on the show for have your little 5 minutes or whatever to speak your mind, say what you want to say. But let's get down to the comments for now. Arsenal set the sign striker Fukin no one. Hi, Miss Melina. Big up AFC always. But man, it's even all the Cockney Gooner. So many names. Yeah, I keep changing it, man. Like flip flopping with Arteta. I'm flip flopping
with Arteta, and he's flip flopping with his bloody name as well.
I'm still the Arsenal Alliance, the channel.
Why not? The Arsenal Alliance sounds good, but I like
the channel still the name of the channel stays, but the name, God, you will be called the what was it? The Cockney Flip Flop. That's it. That's a good name.
I typed in right before the show started. I typed in the Arsenal Alliance, and I typed it in. I put the Arsenal Alliance, and it came up as the instead of the Arsenal Alliance. Because it came up with the Arsenal thing. And I saw the notification for the StreamYard, and I got the notification of us three going live.
Yeah. It's you could get it either way. You can type in because it's a handle. You know what a handle? No, the thingy. Yeah, that's I mean, I'm new to all this stuff anyway, so I'm learning it all as we go along myself.
It took me ages to learn. I've been doing YouTube for 4 or 5 years on this channel.
Yeah. Well, we've got 8,000 subscribers though, man. I ain't even got to 1,000 yet, but I'm hoping to get there soon.
It takes time, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, you'll get there, man.
Please God. AFC always. I'm convinced Odegaard is doing that night feed. I can see your carton of milk now, AFC always. If you look at his profile, it's got a carton missing on it, and it's got Odegaard. That's brilliant. For his look, since they were born, he ain't been the same since. I can see it. I've just said that. We need to do one for Tommy Arsu. Yeah, he's a definite sick note as well, isn't he? Tommy Arsu.
Tommy Arsu's injury.
So let's. I've done my match reaction on this channel to last night's game, Luca. What did you think of it?
I think for me, in case anyone hasn't gone and watched my reaction yesterday, right? Literally, I think for me, the game was actually quite a good performance. I think for me, the first goal with Girona. What was Neto doing? That was a horrendous debut for Neto. You cannot have a goalkeeper coming out of goal, coming outside your own area without the box. And then, of course, you're just thinking, right, okay, you've signed a 35-year-old goalkeeper. who's barely played and comes out of goal. But after that, we kind of responded. Calafiori, for me, his goal was definitely offside yesterday in the game against Girona.
Yeah.
After that, we pretty much dominated the game. It felt like we did have a few little moments, like especially their equaliser was definitely offside from Christian Stuani, a 38-year-old, right, who played for Middlesbrough. And then, of course, I think Sterling played well, apart from the penalty miss. That's where I kind of felt like, okay, why does he have to take the penalty? Like, give it to someone like Kai Havertz. Even Lee Judges said it on AFTV last night. Give it to someone like Kai Havertz that needs a bit of confidence. Go into the Man City game, doesn't care how you score a goal, getting that goal to kill the game off. But overall, I think the performance was all right in general. Like, I think Trossard did all right, hit the crossbar. Calafiori had a good... My man of the match was Ethan. Like,
Absolutely.
for a 17, 18-year-old kid that's come in, right, he has to start on Sunday. But knowing this manager will not start him, he'll go with Trossard, Havertz, and Martinelli. Ethan has to start against Man City. He is the third youngest player behind Theo Walcott and Cesc Fabregas. And I think for me, he was my man of the match. It was either him or Jorginho was my man of the match for Arsenal. But overall, I think we got the job done. We've qualified for the knockout stage. We'll find out who we get tomorrow. Praying that we get a nice little easy last 16 draw. We're hearing opponents could be AC Milan, Juve, PSV Feyenoord. AC Milan, Juve won't be easy. It doesn't matter who we get because Porto last season, we almost got knocked out. And then Raya saved us to take us to the quarterfinals to lose to Bayern Munich.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to disagree with what you said about Sterling. Yeah, I thought he just ran about a little bit like an headless chicken for me. I thought he played better than he's played for us. Like, I don't think he's played well at all.
The only thing I did say, I said in my post reaction, of course, was he did kind of like faded away a little bit in the second half. I do think he kind of like faded away a little bit in the second half because that's what Raheem Sterling does.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like he's not been great this season. And we sat there in the summer of last year, wasting all that money with Edu in charge, right, at the time, buying Raheem Sterling panicking. It was either him or Kingsley Coman. Kingsley Coman is having a better job, right? Do you know who I would have took? Who's actually performing now? Bradley Bacola from PSG. He is a baller. Not gonna lie.
Look at Rafinha. Look what he's doing at Barcelona.
Right? Rafinha is the winger. He's probably got to be one of the best wingers in four wingers in the world, right? Yeah. Right now. He would be someone who I would go and take. But the Cronkies and Mikel Arteta, they won't do that. They will
we didn't want him though, did we? As fans as well, Luca. I mean, Anthony, do you remember like when we was linked with Rafinha again in the summer? Oh, fuck that. We don't want him. We don't want him because, you know, do you remember? There was a few of us that were saying it. And look, he's balling this year. And we've alongside, what's his name? Yamel, the youngster up there as well with Barcelona. Yeah. Look how he's playing as well. Mustard. Let's just go into this chat before I get your opinions. And let's just read these comments out. If I'm honest, I thought it was Sterling's best performance last night. It looks much better playing on the left. That's what I was going to say. I think it's because, as well, I agree with you, AFC, because he's on the left and not on the trying to fill Saka's boots over on the right. He played him on his more natural position on the left to cut inside. He played. I thought he was better, but I still think he was a bit. So he kept falling over. I don't think he dived in the box when he got his yellow card. I do think he was slightly fouled. He might have made a little meal of it, but it weren't a dive really. But I think he played better than he has done. His best game probably. But I mean, he's not there. He's not better than Trossard or Martinelli, or he's not even anywhere near him. And nearly, you know, Trossard. They've got their form's a bit hit and miss at the minute, both of them. McManus Gaming. Sending that back, he's got man. It could have cost us. Can you imagine if he got sent off? You know, if he touches that ball when he was outside the box, when he tried to save it like he was on his goal line.
Is this
If he touches that with his hand, he was off, red
He
card.
was.
That's
He was
what I
gonna
thought.
get- That's why he came out of the
That's what I
box.
thought.
That's why he came out of the box. For me, Anthony, it is a bit of a stupidity for a debut for a keeper to come out a goal. He
It's,
should have
yeah,
really done that.
Yeah.
it is stupid for a debut, and not that, Luca. You just touched on his age, 35, and with the experience that comes with that age of being in goal, why do it? I mean, it was a stupid
Yeah.
decision. There was no need for him to come out at all out of that box. But it's like what I said. I mean, they scored their goal. They went 1-0 up. Okay, fine. But I do agree with what people have been saying. This game, basically was Sterling's best game ever in an Arsenal shirt, in my opinion, and it was. But it was nice. It wasn't nice because I would have rather picked choose Martinelli that on the left. But obviously, I do get it, resting a few players coming up to the weekend game, obviously against Man City. But obviously, he changed the team around a little bit. I think with Saka being out injured, anywhere being out on the right, I feel that he needs to be out there on the right hand side against Man City this weekend. I mean, he was my man of the match. I thought Rice had a good game, Partey had a good game, Calafiori had a good game. You know, Timber, yeah, he wasn't that bad. He was all right as well, Timber. So there was plenty of options there. And the main point was, I'll be honest with you, I put it in our chat, Lee. It didn't make a difference whether it was win, lose, or draw. We were through to the next round anyway. So I was glad that, you know, he did jump the team up, you know, a little bit in that. But regarding Sterling with the penalty, no, that's not my choice.
Yeah,
Personally, do you know who I'd like to see take a penalty? Because he has got a pretty much shot on him. Why not give the penalty to Declan Rice?
He can shoot. He can certainly
He
shoot.
can shoot, and he's definitely got power behind that ball.
Jorginho, who's a great penalty taker, who takes most of his penalties when there's one time I saw him give the ball. He was playing. I think he gave it to Havertz, and Havertz missed the penalty. And we was all going, "Why didn't Jorginho take it?" Because he's known for scoring penalties. He got our first one, didn't he? He got our equaliser. He's a great penalty taker, great penalty. But I think Rice as well. Rice is, you know, look how good he is at free kicks and corners. So I mean, the set piece king, really, isn't he? He puts the ball in the sixpence, like they used to say about Beckham. Remember? And when Yeri, the star boy, I think he's technically better than Saka. Wow, already you think?
I don't think so. A bit too early.
Not quite there, not quite. But I mean, he's got bags of potential, generational talent. And I've said on a couple of times, like he's like, you know, we talk about your Fodens and
you
your
remember Theo Walcott. Sorry to interrupt, but you remember Theo Walcott, a prime Theo Walcott. His career kind of faded away.
Yeah, he got a few injuries.
Yeah,
and I mean, he never reached his potential. I don't think Walcott, because remember when was it Sven took him to the World Cup when he was about 16 or something?
Yeah,
all them years ago. He took him to he didn't play him or anything, but he took him, didn't he? He was on the plane.
He took him. I think in that friendly before that, I think he ended up scoring an hat-trick, didn't he, for England, Theo Walcott? Was that against Croatia? Or something like that. If a team like that, he ended up scoring an hat-trick against. I mean, if I'm wrong, somebody can correct me in the chat. But you know, I mean, I didn't mind Theo Walcott. I thought he was, you know, I thought he was a pretty good player when we first signed him. And that I didn't think he
got a few good goals. I remember when he got injured and stretchered off against Spurs, and he was getting stretched off, and he was sitting up on the stretcher going like 2. Was it 2? He was going like 2-0. Well, he's 2-0 or something like that. We was winning. I remember that. Big up Early Doors Football TV in the chat. Tony, go and check his channel out. West Ham fan, great channel, man. Growing quick as well. Big up to Tony, man. Good luck to you as well, sir. AF's big up. Everyone saying hello to each other. McManus as well, gaming channel. The McManus gaming. FIFA, is it FIFA 25 or something? What's the game called again?
FIFA 25, yeah.
26 coming out end of the year.
Oh, is it, man? Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's coming out.
They release a new game every year, didn't they?
It's the same stuff.
Yeah. He signed his favourite striker, Luca Sesko, up front for Arsenal. Apparently, he's got him 30 goals so far in 16 games.
Do you
So
rate
obviously,
Sesko? I don't rate Sesko. I don't think he's not all that.
I ain't seen
no,
enough of him, mate. I don't
but
know.
Manus loves him. He loves him to bits.
Right,
You know,
here's an
obviously
interesting.
on the team and in real life, I think.
Here's something interesting. Apparently, Arsenal bid 40 million. We were told it was 60 million.
I was told
No,
it
it was 60. It was 60.
was 60.
They
I was
reckon they're all
60
saying that. All the outlets are saying there it was 40, 45 million. It wasn't 60. And that's why it got
No,
rejected. They're,
it was
they're
it was
expecting
60. It was
No,
60. It was 60
sorry, guys.
million. They put it down. And to be honest with you, I think 60 million. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would
Sorry,
love us
Anthony,
to
1
find.
second. I'll just go answer the door. Give me a sec, yeah?
All right. I mean, I'll talk to you, Luca. Don't get me wrong. I would love it if we signed Ollie Watkins. But I mean, for that, and it was 60 million, by the way. But with that 60 million, I thought that was actually enough 60, 65. I mean, you look at Ollie Watkins, he's 29 years of age now, right?
Yeah, he is coming up to 30.
Exactly. So I think for someone to get a price for the stature of his age, I think that's brilliant. You know, 60, 65 mil. I thought Villa would have most probably accepted that. But then again, you think of it, if he signed a 5-year contract, that takes Ollie Watkins up to 34. What stops him at 31 or 32
Yeah,
having
but
an
you get
injury?
Ollie Watkins. Obviously, he's not the answer to take us over the line. But right now, where we desperately need a striker, whether the rumours are true, because what I heard on Twitter was apparently there's someone said 45 million, 60 million. And if that's true, like what ASC always says in the comment, what I can read, is a disgrace for Arsenal Football Club. Because we've been in this situation before. Because someone put something on Twitter today about, remember when we got Jorginho and Caicedo? We went in for a bid for Caicedo.
Yeah.
And it got rejected. Arsenal submitted 60 million or something like that, but I think Brighton wanted 75 million, and we gave up. Like, it feels like we're going back to the same way. Just get it over the line. It doesn't matter if they're not worth this, worth that. Just pay the money, regardless. That's how you run a football club. That's how you're ambitious for Arsenal. That's what you have to do. And this is the problem. This is why I wouldn't go into the fan base because of that. But of course, it's just the ownership. It's just Arteta. Like, they want to go very cheeky. They want to try and get him cheap. It's not going to work out like that. Villa want 80 million. We know, all Arsenal fans, we know he's not worth 80 million because of his age. But if you have to pay it, you've got to pay for it.
Exactly.
Why are we waiting in the summer? Because you know what's going to happen? Benjamin Sesko is a Kai Havertz 2.0. Yes, they play in two different positions. But Sesko is just another version of that, which will cost about 50, 60 million. He's not the answer to take us over the line. We need someone that is proven, like an Isak, someone like that can get us over the. If we got Ollie Watkins in this window, I'd be over the moon. Obviously, he's not world class, but he fits our system from now until the end of the season. And he's an option. Then you could throw someone like, I don't know, a Trossard or anyone like that on the bench, or a Sterling. You've got Ollie, and you've got a main striker up front. It's just we're missing our main man, Bukayo Saka. But we have Martinelli can play on the right. Ethan's starting to pick on a bit of good form now.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, but I mean, with Saka, I mean, when you look at it, don't get me wrong, he's got what he produces the goods on the pitch is great, and yeah, we do miss him. But then when you bring up his stats, he hasn't really scored many goals this season. He's only got like 5 or 6 league goals. Yeah. So do you know what I mean? So in theory, that's what other people. I mean, I'm not a stats man, but I just look basically. The only stat that I look at is the games covered, the amount of goals covered to the amount of assists. All the other stats I don't care about. As long as they put a performance, they put 100% on that pitch. That is all I'm worried about, right? And in all fairness, Saka does do that. You know, he's the main man. He's the best player that Arsenal's got. And obviously, apart from our centre backs, you know, and well, you might as well see the defence pretty much, didn't you? Because we have got the second best defence in the league. I mean, Liverpool's running away with it, and we've got the second. But in all fairness, I feel that, you know, taking it back to Ollie Watkins, you know, I think that would be a great buy. I feel that there's a problem there with him with Villa. I mean, for us to put a bid in for him, and knowing that he's an Arsenal fan as well.
Like, there's no way Villa are not going to sell both, because Duran's gone.
They're not. Duran's gone. So, in all fairness, Arsenal would not be getting Ollie Watkins, and they wouldn't. And who in the hell? I keep saying it as well. Is like with the Isaac and all this rubbish. I knew we weren't going to get him. Who in the hell is going to sell their best players halfway through the season?
No.
They're not. No one. So do you know what I mean? Is that or I don't know?
Sorry, yeah, unless there's a release clause, like there is with Osimhen.
Like I was on Dan's channel the other day, and we were talking about. I was mentioning someone about Gyökeres and that, and if a player doesn't want to leave during the season, obviously you can't drag them out. But if a player is a fan of the club, there's a complete opposite where they might want to come. So I said this yesterday on my podcast after the game, and I just feel like if Watkins is the dream to play for Arsenal, and if the player wants to come, surely money can talk. Surely money can be involved with talks. Surely you can slap a cheeky 75 million bid, pay the rest on add-ons. So much a year. Even with Alexander Isak in the summer, if he's over 100 million, just pay it all in 3 years. Exactly the same thing what we did with Nicolas Pepe. And Pepe didn't turn out, but he was 72 million pounds within the 5 years, right? He didn't stay for 5 years, but 18 million each year. Did exactly the same. If we want to get a striker, that's going to take us over the line in the future.
How many points do you think we'd have more if we'd had Watkins from the summer? Do you think, and not Kai Havertz? How many chances Kai Havertz missed if Watkins was in that
this
position?
Is the thing. Kai Havertz, for me, it doesn't score every single game. His ratio of goals is scoring like every odd game. So he's not clinical as he is. He doesn't score every single game. That's the problem. And the trouble is, if you've got someone like an Ollie Watkins from now to the end, I'm not saying if we do go on to win the league, because it might be too late because of the points gap. But you never know. Just go and put a bid in for someone.
I absolutely believe, Luca. Right, if we'd had a 9, a proper 9, let's say for example, Ollie Watkins, we score 4, 5, 6 more goals this season in them crucial games, in the draws we've had against Everton and Villa. Do you know what I mean? Like that, Havertz has missed sitters from 3 yards out. With a proper 9, would have them in the back of the net.
What about the games we've lost against Newcastle and Bournemouth? Do you reckon that would have
Bournemouth had a player sent off, didn't we? Saliba was sent off.
Look at the games with Newcastle and you have a look at the games with Bournemouth. We kind of needed a striker in that game. I didn't expect we were going to lose to Bournemouth away.
No, so I didn't expect we were going to lose to Bournemouth, but obviously we did. But when you look at it now, how Bournemouth is, I mean, they're like, what are they? 6th in the league? And you're like, well, bloody hell. You know, you can understand you can understand it to a certain extent. You know, I mean, it's different if Bournemouth was like you know, like if they were something like 15th, 14th in the league, then losing 2-0 to Bournemouth, you'd be like, how the fucking hell did we lose that? But it's like what I said. I mean, they've got that team spirit about them, Bournemouth. I mean, they didn't buy dear. They buy average players and they turn them into good players. Do you know what I mean? As the season progresses. So it's like I said, that's the reason how, and with the manager they've got, I mean, the Bournemouth manager was on the verge of being sacked towards the end of last season, right? And now, this season, what a bloody change. It's like Forest.
Iriola?
Yeah.
Iriola, isn't it?
Yeah, that's him, yeah. And then it's like with Forest, you know, what they're doing, what their manager has done. They've brought in players of like the stature of like 30 million, 35, maybe 40. And you look at what they've done this season. I mean, Chris Woods, I mean, this is the best season he's had in his total career this season.
Yeah, but people were judging Chris Wood last season. Remember when Forest played against Man City last season? We were all crying out Chris Wood to score against Man City, but it didn't happen. And look at him. Yeah. Chris Wood is doing well this year. You look at these teams like Forest, Bournemouth. All these teams are doing so well this season. You're thinking, wow, the Premier League is one of the best leagues in the world.
Yeah. Let's go through some of the comments quickly. Villa saying that Watkins is not for sale, especially now Duran is off to Saudi. I believe that. I'm sorry, McManus. I didn't read that one out. Sterling was crap last night. He's been crap for us, full stop. We have to stop raiding clubs, reject bins. I absolutely agree with you there.
I agree with
Miss
that.
Molina, pick yourself up. Hi, Lee, Thunder Arms and Luca. Evening, Tony. Let's say hello to each other. Let's just run through these quickly, guys. Sorry.
I've got to bounce now, but thanks for having me on, bro. Sorry, I do apologise. It is a very, very short stream.
Yeah, no worries.
But let me know when you're live again next. How long
Yeah.
are you planning to stay live for? Are you going all out tonight, or you?
Yeah, we'll be on for till about
10?
I'd say what's the time now? I can't see the time. 8:00, 9, half 9, I suppose, something
If
like
I
that.
do have time, I'll let you know, and I might be able to jump on. If not, I'll be on for the next show. Yeah, but thanks
All
for
right,
having
then,
me on, bro.
All right,
All right,
Luca. Thanks for coming on,
Thank
mate.
you very much.
Anytime. I'll see you for the next one. Yeah.
All right,
All
ta,
right,
bro.
cheers.
Early door, AFC always. Tony's just another PR stunt from Arsenal. Why not go for Watkins last summer or go and get him 3 weeks ago instead of, trying to get him there? Calafiori's a better finisher than Havertz. There's some private chats there as well. I've got to look at them. AFC always, I get that. As a West Ham fan, I'm fuming. We went twice with piss take offers. The last 57 million paid the extra 8 and we could have had him. So I feel your pain. Okay. Well, when was that? When he was at Brentford, Tone? We're talking about Tony Aces. Unfortunately, I'm starting to worry about Saka as well, man. It won't be the same for grade 3 hamstring. It's what Michael Owen had. It ruined his career, didn't it? Once a Ballon d'Or winner, after that injury, mate, he was finished.
Yeah.
Anthony, who recommended him, that was Sesko. He's talking about his game, I believe. Anthony will be delighted. Bristol Rovers on Sky Sports Sunday at 3 p.m. Are they? No,
I don't know. Manners knows more than me on that, but if they are, I hope they get their asses kicked.
No, it was 40. I heard it was 40 as well. I heard that the second offer is going to be 60. Deliveroo needs answering. Yeah, that was my daughter, Tone. Sorry, mate. She's taking a piss. She knows what I'm doing. Forgot her key and all that shit. She's making noise in the kitchen. Poundland January finishes. Poundland January sales finished. Go get Yokeres. Absolutely. Pay the release clause. I agree with you, mate. I agree with you.
How much is this release clause? Is it
80 million. Or 81, 82. Didn't we sign it back? Listen, this is what I was going to talk about. Aubameyang was 28 when we signed him in January. Ian Wright was 28 when we signed him. Why are people saying his age is a problem? He's 29. It's fucking not a problem. Ian Wright at the time became our greatest ever goal scorer. Aubameyang, if he was played in the right position, could have got a lot more goals. You know, what he is a goal scorer, Anthony. It's a goal scorer.
Yeah, it's a goal scorer, but there's other ways. People look at things in different ways as well, Lee. I mean, if it was 80, let's say if it was 85 million for Ollie Watkins and we signed it, yeah, all right, fine, great. It's going to cost that much. But the only thing that I got a problem with is if he signs a 5-year contract, he'd be 34. He's not exactly scoring loads of goals now at Aston Villa, is he? I mean, because when you notice, when every season starts, right, Ollie Watkins is a late bloomer. He doesn't get goals at the start of every season. And it was last season before that, and I believe the season before that as well. But then he went on to score. When he started scoring, he then started going to scoring 20 goals a season, right? Which is fine, it's fair enough, he's great. But now we're coming towards the end of January, going into the month of February. For how many games have gone into this Premier League, and games that he's played in compared to the games that he has scored in, is at the minute, what I'm saying is he was better last season than the season before.
Of course,
even though
form's only temporary, Anthony.
Form's only temporary. Yeah, I know that.
I feel like creating the same amount of chances as what we are. Don't forget, we're creating 24, 25 chances a game for Havertz. He's not fucking doing it, is he?
I know, and he's not happening.
Chances, he's going to get more goals, surely to God.
Yeah.
Surely.
It's not happening. It's not. Oh yeah, he scored more goals. I prefer Ollie Watkins than Kai Havertz. You know, that's a fact. You know,
Yeah.
if anything, I mean, anything's better than Kai Havertz at the
I want
minute.
him, mate. I
It
want
just
him.
is.
How long have we been shouting for Watkins? You've been shouting for him all summer.
All summer.
You were shouting for Watkins.
All last season, I've been shouting for
Yeah.
Ollie Watkins, and it's just funny how we've literally, where it's just come out that we were after Ollie Watkins. Just. So if Mikel Arteta actually, trouble is though, what it is with Mikel Arteta, this is the manager he is, and he is a bit stubborn. I'm not going to lie, he is. But why is it taking now to find out that, yeah, we need an Ollie Watkins? I was crying out for Ollie Watkins last year. I was actually crying out in the January transfer window, not last season, the season before.
Yeah.
That was how long I've been crying out. I've been crying out for Ollie Watkins the past 18 months or more.
Yeah,
So,
I have as well.
But he's literally just finalised it and said, "Oh yeah, we do need it." That's the problem that we've got at our football club. But at the end of the day, we only say this because we want what's best for our football club. Whether you're Arteta in or whether you're Arteta out, or you want to be a flip flop in the middle.
Yeah.
Right? And
your Oregon Gooner in the chat as well. Go on, carry on. Sorry.
Down. But that's the problem with this manager. He's only just realised that we need a striker and we want Ollie Watkins. I mean, I don't know with all these reports that we've been linked with. We've been linked with bloody, it's been, Ollie Watkins for one, Oshima, there was the Juventus striker as well. There was, Sesko was thrown into the frame. There was quite a few strikers being thrown in. Even Ferguson at Brighton. Do you know what I mean? That was thrown into the equation. But now it seems like all that is sort of gone stale, and the big issue now is just concentrating on Ollie Watkins. I get it; he's Premier League proven. He can score goals, right? And I get that. But what my problem is why now, Mikel Arteta? Why didn't you try and sign him 18 months ago? Let's say when he was 27, when he was in his peak. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Absolutely. Yeah, I do agree with that as well. But I also say, why now? The reason why I'm saying why now, why with fucking 4 days left? Why with 4 days left?
Yeah.
It's difficult to comprehend, and I'm starting to think it might be just a smoke sweep. Another one where we say, "Oh, we tried, but we couldn't get him." So let's go in there. Hey, always. I think these are. I'm getting all tongue tied. I haven't clicked on it for a while. Tony's gone early doors. He's gone to do his own show. We're going to go these messages. I read these messages out, or should I highlight them really as they come in? It's a major problem, Luca, because that was for Luca, and Luca's now he's left. Hopefully, you're still in the chat, Oregon Goon. Liverpool should be chasing us. The amount of points we have dropped. We should be top of the league. Yeah, is that on the manager, the players? You can always. There's arguments for both, isn't there? There's arguments for both.
Well, as the manager, Lee, I'm sorry, but no matter what happens on the pitch and how the players perform, you could turn around and say, players was crap, he played rubbish, this person wasn't up to standards and all this and that. But no matter what that is, the buck always stops with the manager, and it always does, and it always will, unfortunately, because the manager is the one that picks the teams, the formation, and regarding that, they've got to play to a reasonable standard to his liking. But they haven't. So he's the one that's to blame for that. All this lemons and fucking yoga and fucking samba and this bollocks and that bollocks. It doesn't pickpockets. It doesn't work. Yeah. Honestly. The only thing that I debated on, which I didn't think they deserved, was to go to Dubai. But they went to Dubai, come back, and it was a different ball game altogether. In all fairness, it did work because the games we were winning like 4, 5, and 6 nils.
Yeah. But I done my bollocks about it. Do you remember? I went fucking ballistic about it, and I was wrong. I couldn't have been more wrong.
Yeah. But he did tinker with the team against Villa, though. And it's funny how he tinkered our team against Villa.
Yeah,
Not
I know.
the
Yeah,
weekend before
that was one of
last.
the only. We lost that game. We lost.
Yeah.
I think we had 18 games left when we come back, and we won 16 of them, and it still weren't good enough. And that
No.
Villa game was one of the ones we lost.
Yeah.
We might be going again. You know, hopefully, all we've got now is we've got Newcastle, the away leg, didn't we, on Wednesday? We've got obviously we've got Man City on Sunday, and then I think we've got about 10 days to our next game. So I hope they go out there again. I hope they go out there again and just you know, do whatever they did last season, do it again.
Mm.
This year, I'm praying they do. Last year, I was fuming.
Or they might come around your gaff league, the Arsenal players and the manager Arteta.
Yeah.
You'd be like, Arteta. Oh,
yeah. True always. He's holding us back. Oh yeah. The only one that can stop us winning the league is Arteta. Always, AFC always, and that's a response from the Oregon Goon. Have you got your channel, Oregon Goon? Have you got a channel? You can just put your link in if you want or whatever. If anyone wants to come on and have their say, the link is the pinned comment at the top. If anyone wants to come on and have a little 5 minutes and speak their mind, say what they want to say, you know, you're welcome to come backstage and I'll get you on for 5 minutes or so. No problem. Hang on a minute, I've gone too far. Luca's gone there. AFC. Cool. Watkins at the bottom of my striker list. Facts, Anthony. Oh, he's at the bottom of your list. Oh, he was at. You know, I've had him in my fantasy Premier League at the start of the season. I know he hasn't, but that was because of the form of last season. And I know he hasn't been the best this year, but he's still better than Kai Havertz, mate. I don't care if he's 29. I don't, you know, just sign him. Remember, we just said that. Braga have just scored against Lazio. We just said that our old Ian Wright was 28. Become our greatest ever striker at the time. Aubameyang was 28. And he, you know, that's because you know what happened there. We've got Rich backstage. 1 second, Rich. Let me just go through these comments and I'll bring you on. Watkins at the bottom of the striker list. Rosie's in the chat. Big up, Rosie. I didn't realise Arthur Wright said Fred was from Bristol. Having a pop at you. Make sure you're smashing the like button and subscribe to Lee's channel. Thank you very much, Rosie.
Cheers, Rosie.
Off. A 29-year-old striker is a stopgap signing. Yeah, well, I mean, if we bring him in and we win the league, I don't care how much it costs us, bro. What has Nketiah done for Palace? Nothing. Yeah, good job.
So what you're saying is, if we sign Ollie Watkins, we'll win the league. Is that what you just said? Is that what you're saying?
I said if we sign Ollie Watkins and we win the league, then I don't care how much it costs. Not, but we will win the league. You know, I'm saying if it, you know, you just know that Trafford will sign for Arsenal 1 hour before the window shuts. We might do a transfer deadline show on Monday. Do you fancy that, Anthony? You mentioned it.
Yeah, what are we covering? Like the last 2 hours of the window?
Start at 9 or something, and cover the last 2 hours on Monday. So I've sent you the thumbnail. Do you remember? I said, "What did you think?"
Yeah, you sent me the thumbnail. Yeah.
Oregon Gooners. Rich was just in backstage, and he's gone off. I don't know who if he's in the chat now. Always watch your tongue, lad. Yep, still here, mate. Oh, okay, good man. Was that you? Ain't Rich, are you? Oregon Goon? Are you Rich? Because you've just
he's not Rich. That's Dow. Dow's Oregon.
Oh, that's Dow. Hello, right, Dow. AFC Oregon Goon. What do you mean? What's your tongue? Saying Rashford late. Please no. Laugh out loud. Rashford in the 14. He better not get the 14 if he comes. Gosh, I was fuming at him.
Retire that number and number 10. Seriously, they don't play with those numbers anymore. We can't fulfill those players now in the 10 position and the number 14. I mean, we had two good quality players. We had a king who was Thierry Henry, in
Yeah.
shirt number 14, and we have Burkamp, who's a god, in shirt number 10. Just retire those 2 numbers now. Seriously, just retire them. Don't let anybody else. They
Yeah.
give them another shirt number.
Well, on
Honestly.
remade that number, didn't he? On remade
He
that
did,
number.
yeah.
I'm sure Sol Campbell was number 14 for us, for a while when he
I
first
think
got.
I think he
sure
was.
Sol
Yeah, that
Campbell
was the. I think he was. Yeah, but that was before.
Yeah, obviously a long time ago.
Walcott have a number 14. I thought Theo Walcott had the number 14 as well.
Yeah, we
Before,
did.
obviously, this is before. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
So yeah, just retire it.
Me too. Sure, I get it. Just saying the money we spend on Watkins could go to a better striker. Yeah, we could do, but when? When? I don't know who that team is. Ferrin, well, Alzi Alkmaar are losing. Whoever that team that's beating them, I don't know. I've never heard of them. Alzi Alkmaar are losing. Yeah, we could get, but wait for the summer. Get a Gyökeres. Go and invoke the release clause. I say Oregon. Invoke that, Dal. Invoke that release clause, man, and just sign him. If we sit, people would take notice then, wouldn't they? Liverpool, they'd all take notice. I don't know how many. Whoever we bring in, whether it's Gyökeres, it's too late. Didn't address what was required in the summer. Yeah, it was a poor summer window, man. Poor summer window. We could have been doing much better. Look how well we've done the last 2 years. We sort of got worse. The players that we got rid of and what we brought in, we didn't improve at all, did we?
No, we didn't. No.
Whoever we bring in, whether it's I've just read that. That's in there double. Oh, Oregon, cheers, lads. Got to run. Thank you for coming in the chat, sir.
We got
Nice
thanks for popping in, man.
Yeah, I mean, Gyökeres. Why don't we just serious? Get serious. Just like, you know what? Just show these what we are serious. Just get excited. Like he said, Josh Kroenke, be excited. Things are going to happen. Things are going to change. We're going to get better. We want the best. Give us a chance. Sign a freaking. Give us a chance, man. Get a bit of support back for the. It might be too late for the manager, but for the board, give us something to look
I mean, I
forward
didn't
to.
look at the Portuguese league. I didn't look at it, the Portuguese league, but I was Sporting Lisbon. How are they getting on this season? Where are they? Are they second in the league? Are they top of the league? Are they still in their cups? I mean,
I'm not following the league, but I am following the player, and he's still banging them in. I've got him starred in my sofa scores. Getting assists.
I think he's happy there, and I'm sorry, I can't see Gyökeres coming in January. If he does come to the English Premier League, it'd be next season, and unfortunately, therefore, I'm going to say it'd be under his old manager, Aaron at Man United. I see him being a Man United player, honestly.
Okay, we've got a guest coming onto the stage. Rich, hello, fella.
All right, mate.
You all right?
Yeah, you?
Yep, not too bad, not too bad. What do you want to say, bruv?
Big up, man. How are you, mate? All right?
Big up, Rich. Lee, I got something to say. This is my younger brother, Richard. He does the fancy football.
Okay. You all right, Rich? How you doing?
Good, mate. Good. And yourself?
Yeah, good to have you on the show, bro.
Nice to be on. I thought I'd come on and make my debut.
Yeah, make your debut. Well done. We're glad to have you. So, go on, take it away. What do you want to say, bro?
Anybody in the latest Man United squad?
Yeah, they're doing shit. They're losing, Rich.
Are you a Man United fan? Are you Man United?
I am. Yeah.
Oh, you're a
Man United fan.
Man U. Oh,
so we'll keep it short and sweet on here, like, you know what I mean?
We've got Rich, the Man United fan, who is Anthony's brother, by the way. Do you think Gyökeres will go to United next season in the summer? Do you think, because of obviously you've got the manager, Amorim?
Got the manager there. Yeah, I reckon that'd be a done deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's in there now. He's looking at his players have got in the team now and sort of like playing players here, there. He knows what's expected. He got to clear out and then obviously get a few bodies in, a few transfers in, and obviously get the club up and running back against what he was years ago. So, but it's going to take some doing. Mine, he got a hell of a job on his hands there at that club.
Yeah, he has. But I mean, what if you don't get into the Champions League? Do you think, and Sporting Lisbon do? Do you think Gyökeres will leave Sporting Lisbon and go to United, even though you're not going to get Champions League football?
I think he will. I think he will, because I think he won't be part of the building process there and everything. I mean, sometimes you've got to start off at the bottom to work back to the top, haven't you?
Well, part of the project, the new project.
Yeah. Part of the project, yeah.
Okay.
And the new stadium coming, everything is all going to look good in 10 years' time.
Yeah, you got to lose 10 years. Why can't they repair the old one? Is it too far gone?
Yeah, wear and tear and everything.
I did read that they're looking to build a 100,000 seater stadium. 100,000 seats.
Yeah, the chairs
you got the finance. You got the finance there. So you got the finance of saying for a new stadium, but ain't that going to affect for the cost of players? Or is what Man United's done, if they've actually put some money aside for the stadium and say, right, well, this is for the players that we can start rebuilding the team, and this money is aside for the stadium. Is that what they're doing? Or
it went into government yesterday, didn't it? Because they're funding the stadium, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
right.
I did read that. The what's her name? Is it Rachel Reeves?
Rachel Reeves. She said that the new Man United stadium is going to be completely funded by the government. So, that'd be all right. That'd be sound, and then obviously the money they got saved on that, we can obviously start buying new players with it and start, But yeah, Old Trafford now is at its time now. The roof's like the defence is leaking like fuck, innit?
Yeah. There was rats, weren't there, banging on the pitch?
Yeah, there's mice everywhere, rats. They're going to turn it into a zoo after.
Yeah. AFC Always breaking news: Arsenal set to jet off to Dubai for warm weather training camp following their Carabao Cup second leg tie versus Newcastle, which takes place on the 5th. Yeah, well,
that's our transfer window gone now. Then that's our transfer window gone now. Then,
hey, gone.
That's our transfer window. That's the budget for the transfer window. So Arsenal
fans,
we're not signing anybody. They're fucking off to Dubai. Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
AFC agrees with you, Rich. Always went up. Anthony and Rich would sound the same on a phone call, like my missus and her sister. Sound the same over the phone. You'd sound the same on the phone, he's saying.
Oh, is it? Well, it's the Bristol accent. What can we say?
It's a tractor accent.
Bristol Rovers accent.
You can fuck right off with Bristol Rovers.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you there.
Martinelli is among the options for Al Ahly for a January transfer window. Now, listen, what's the Al Nissa? Is it the other one? Who's Al Nissa or Nahat? I don't know how to pronounce it.
That's who Ronaldo plays for, isn't it?
Signing John Duran from Villa, 60 odd million. They've offered for John Duran, which goes to which proves that Watkins won't be coming to Arsenal unless they get João Felix, because apparently they're interested in João Felix. And they've also put in a bid for Matoma at Brighton, I've heard, as well, over the last couple of hours. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo's team, yeah. So
that's it.
But don't you think that's strange? I mean, I know we're going off topic a little bit with speaking about Villa, but John Duran's only 21. Why would he want to go and play Saudi? I know it's got to be for the money, obviously. What other reason would he want to go and play in that league, which is not? I mean, I've not watched it. I know there's a few good players from the Premier League over there. But is it a good league? I don't know. Anderlecht are beating Hoffenheim 1-0. Yeah, I don't think it's a great league. And
Well, it's not a great league because you think of it. Look what Jordan Henderson did there. He didn't think it was that great, and he left. So it does say it all. It's pretty much for the money.
there's
That's
a few
what I
players,
know.
there's a few players that have gone out there, isn't there? Brighton
mean,
turned
you are
out
one of them.
57. It was 57 million. Look, they can offer crazy money. They're going to offer 57 million for Matoma. It's got to be 100 million in it for Martinelli. Surely to God.
Well, no, I don't
57
think
million.
Martinelli would be that much. I don't think Martinelli would be
No,
that much.
Yeah, not to sell to another club in Europe, but over there, give us 100 million, you can have him.
Yeah, I know what
they're
you're saying,
paying-
but that wouldn't happen. I mean, we'd be happy. In all fairness, I mean, Martinelli, he has been poor this season. Not being funny, but he has come. He has made a difference within the last few games he's been playing, and he has been scoring goals, admittedly. But I'll be honest with you, it's not just any Arsenal fan, but I think if a price come in, let's be realistic now. Let's say anywhere between 50 to 60, maybe 65 million max for Martinelli. I think
Yeah.
Arsenal football. So I think because he only costs us 7 million, and that's a Unai Emery's buy. Do you know what I mean? So there's that. So if, in all fairness, even though some people would like to see him gone or some people won't like to see him go, but if he does go for that price, that's the only player that Mikel Arteta has made profit on, because he's bought in players, his own players, and we've sold them. And when we have sold them, we haven't made no profit on these players at all. So let's be
We made
honest. It
profit
would
on
not.
Nketiah and Smith Rowe.
Well, yeah, we did make him profit on Nketiah. That's fine. That's come up from the reserves. Anything's a bargain with him. Fucking hell, I would have let him go for a tenner and a fucking Datsun Cherry car. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, to make a profit on Martinelli, I think that'd be great. I mean, you look at there. I mean, look at the wingers they've got. There's more potential in attacking wingers than what there is in strikers at the minute. I personally reckon.
Yeah.
Is that why you bought Raheem Sterling?
No, that's
Rangers
a
are
fucking.
squad. Rangers are
Who's
beating
the squad?
Union Saint Grimy, is it? I don't know how you pronounce it, but whoever Rangers are playing, Rangers are winning 1-0. Go on,
They're going through, aren't they?
Sorry,
Rangers are going through, aren't they?
I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
really.
think they are, yeah. I think they're in the second round now.
You listen. You must be some sort of witch. You just said. You just mentioned Jordan Henderson. He's starting for
Yeah.
Ajax tonight.
Exactly. There you go. So that was why he left, because he wanted to go to. He wanted to play for a better team, and it's not just a better team; it's a better league. In all fairness, the only thing that Saudi's got, they got the money over there, which is rightly so, which attracts these top quality players. And that's why they want them. But for the sake of Jordan Henderson, he stated it himself in his interview. He didn't like it over there. He thought the football was underrated. That was the reason why he left.
Apparently, he's close to signing for Monaco as well. He started tonight, even though he is close. That's what Fabrizio Romano was saying on Twitter. I'm sorry, I've just got a load. I might have some news. I'm just going to check through my phone quick, see if there's anything that's coming. Nothing's really. No, there's nothing major coming through there in a minute. No, there's nothing coming through. So no, there was nothing there. Ajax have scored against Galatasaray. There's some goals going in at a minute. Europa League. I never want to see Neto in goal again. Absolutely not, mate. Absolutely not. Nor do I. Nor do I. What a load of old shit he was. Right. So that's all the Arsenal latest news for now. So we can now move on to check out our Fantasy Premier League.
Well, go on then.
Yeah.
You ready for this, Rich?
I'm in this, and I'm mid. Last my chat, I was flirting in the middle.
Well, you're near the bottom now.
Well, so we're just going to what we're going to do now. We're just going to look at our league we've got with some of the subscribers, some other people from other channels as well in there. We're all in the league for the Fantasy Premier League. So we're just going to go through, see what's happening, see the positions of what's going on there. So let me just share the screen. Oh, sorry, Lee. Can you ask Rich about my question? Didn't they answer it? Oh no, this one was it. Sorry, 1 minute. Rich, are you glad to see the back of Anthony? 85 million down the drain. Anthony doesn't get a game. Are you glad to see the back of him?
I thought it was on about my brother, and I was going to say, yeah.
Piss off.
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. When he first signed for Man United, I thought they got quite a good player. He was quick, skillful, scored a lovely few goals, but he's not been in it at all the last 18 months. So all of whatever come in for him, I mean, he's out on loan. If it works out, we get half the budget back for him. Get rid of him. He ain't a United player. Not interested. Get rid of him.
Does that answer your question, AFC? Hopefully it does. Listen, I'm not going to be able to see the comments for while I'll do this section because I'll have to have the screen on for this.
That's
but
right.
I will be sharing the screen. But I just won't be able to see the comments, guys. So just be patient and let me start this last comment here, so I know where to come back to in case any more go in there. Right. So let's go. Let's look at the Fantasy Premier League. Where is it? That one. It's going to be interesting to see where we are. I know you can see me, but I can't see you on the chat because it's on my screen. It's big on my screen. So let's look down to 7. Must have moved up to 7. Right, so let's go. So Arnie Slots Chargers. Emery Baker still at the top, getting a decent 58 points this week. The first attempt stays in second, a very good 65. Pepsi Sonic Guna, very good, even better, 71. Stays in third place. Scott Kirk, the man from tomorrow, I can't believe it. He started off so poorly, but he's come back with a vengeance. Up in the fourth place with 66 points this week. Yora Sakashi down into fifth, but still a decent 57 points. Restored stays in sixth place with a creditable 46 points this week. There's me. I'm still called Football Dad's Army, obviously. On
that's voided. That team. That team's voided. That team's voided.
It ain't voided. How can it be voided? Because I just changed my name of my channel. I can't change the name of my team in here, can I? So there's my team there. I done decent as well this week with 66 points. Moved up a place, overtaking Living Saliba Loka. He drops down into 8 points with only 43 points. It's still decent, though. It's not too bad.
That's McManus.
Yeah, I know, yeah. There's yourself, Anthony. Staying in ninth place. You've done well as well, 60 points. Lawrence Hammers drops to 10th place with 53 points this week. Still a decent score, though. They're not bad, them points. 50, 60 points ain't too bad. Here's a good score this week, though, from El Diablo FC, up into 11th place with a very good 72. Let's have a look at his team. Let's have a look at his team. Let's have a look.
This is what he's going to do now. He's going to try and pick up some information.
He's got a 4-4-2, an old-fashioned 4-4-2.
Yeah.
I've got Clivert in my team there. Foden's been playing well lately. Isaac and Wood up front. I've got Hall. Yeah, I've got Hall. I've got Clivert, and I've got Isaac the same in that team. 72 points. Well done. And so hopefully I can just go back by doing that, yes. So who was that? That was El Diablo, weren't it? So Waffle TV up into 12th place with 56 points. Earn Your Spurs drops into 13th, 45 points. The next 4 teams stayed where they were last week. Pure Blood FC. I can never say that because he's got all up capitals and lowercase and uppercase. Jose Garcia, anyway, stays in 15th. decent 64 points. Crimea River stays in
In
16th.
the Lick we trust. That's what he's called.
What?
Fucking hell,
In
we're
the
right
Lick
to.
we trust.
In what? What's it
In
called?
the Nick we trust. That's what it's called. When you look at it, abbreviate it down and look at it, that's what it's called.
In Linnick we trust.
Yeah.
Oh, don't know what. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Where the
Crimea
fuck am I
River,
to?
65. What?
Where the fuck am I to?
Ah,
Well,
well,
'cause
you'll be coming up. You're probably holding everybody else up. We've got 17th place Moss Sports World. Moss Sport. What's his channel called, Anthony? Moss.
Moss Sports.
Moss Sports. Yeah, he stays in 17th. Up into 18th place is LTL Cockerell, 64 points. Decent scores, man. Good Day Cobber drops into 19th. With 49 points, and then the rest of the league stays where they were from last week with 20th place, Living Saliva Loca, 21st, Joe's Bristol Fighters, Craig FC in 22nd, Richie's Reds, there you are, Rich, 23rd.
23rd.
Got 62 points. Let's have a look at your team.
Don't bother.
Let's have a look. I'm treating you. Let's have a look. Let's see which he's got. I've got DePavko in goal. Wambasaka, Dunk, Cash, don't got none of them. Cliver, I've got him. And Barmu, I've got him. Diaz and Palmer. That's a decent midfield, though, bro. And Rowan Haaland, yeah. I've gone back to Ireland. I've reshuffled my team and put Ireland back in there. So
I left him in there for a chance.
He's become good second half of the season. Got a little sneaky feeling.
I've still got me hits to play yet as well.
Your chips. You still got your chips,
I
haven't you,
haven't.
Rich?
I've only
No,
had
yeah.
a couple of mine.
No, you haven't played any of them.
So Zoe Mumford's in 24th. Creditable,
Ah,
64 points. There's Early Doors Football TV, stays in 25th. Mason Mance Mineral stays 26th. Watch Me Now, Anthony Herberts. You said that was your son's channel, wasn't it, Anthony?
Yeah,
27th.
yeah, that was my stepson Harry. He used my Facebook account to do it. So yeah, he started late. So
And Fuzzy Gump at the bottom. He's been at the bottom all season, I think, isn't he, Fuzzy?
yeah, Fuzzy's been pretty much all bottom, all through the season. I mean, I don't know if he actually keeps up with it, but I think the bottom two, to be honest with you, I think it might be Fuzzy and Tony by the looks of things. It depends if they're keeping up with it.
So we've got Jordan in the chat. How you doing, Jordan? Hey guys, how you doing? Hey Tony, and big up Mill. I don't know if they're still in the chat, Jordan, but big up for coming in the chat. We've just had a look at our Fantasy Premier League. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pick our team to face Man City on Sunday. Is it Sunday? Yes, the R4 on Sunday, isn't it? So we're going to have a look at that next. So let me share the screen again. We're going to pick a team. Right, let's make a decision before we go on there. Are we going to pick the team for this week? What we think Arteta's going to pick, or we're going to pick a team in formation? What we would do against Man City?
Should we leave it to what we would do?
We'll do a team what we would do. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's present. If you see any suggestions in the, can you see the chat, Anthony?
No, not yet. But I will.
If you see any suggestions in the chat, just call them out and let me know.
Okay, yeah, I will do.
I don't know what this is. There's probably a pop-up there. Right, so first of all, formation.
What? We
So
normally
we
go
like 4-2-3-1, don't we?
Yeah.
That's my preferred. I know you like that as well. Should we go for that?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, we're good for that.
Okay. So we've got a 4-2-3-1 formation. So obviously we're going to go with a goalkeeper. It's got to be David Raya, isn't it? We're not having it over here. No chance. Hopefully he's fit, but I mean, this is assuming everyone's fit, yeah?
Yeah. Well, AFC always is just put his complete 11 in.
That's all right. That's all right. You can leave that. Read them out if you want.
All right, then. He's gone with Raya in goal. Right back, Timber. Left back, Skelly. And the two centre backs speaks for himself. Gabriel and Saliba.
Yeah.
And then what he's done then, he's gone Rice, Partey, Odegaard, Nwaneri, and Sterling with Havertz up front.
Okay. Well, that sounds all right. Probably, but I've got a couple of little queries there, a couple of little differences I would make. So let's start with our right back then. And we're going to go Timber, obviously. I think we all agree with Timber, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think to be honest with you, Lee, the back four really speaks for itself, doesn't it?
It does, but I like Skelly at left back. I'll go
with that. I'll go with Skelly at left back.
Because you like to put in Kieran Tierney, didn't you? But I think we need to come to terms with he's going to be leaving. Yeah. So I think he signed a pre-contract, didn't he, with Celtic?
He signed a pre-contract with Celtic, but there is rumours, which I did see on Sky Sports News, that Celtic was after a player and they lost out on him. So what they're trying to do, even though they've signed Kieran Tierney, he can't, obviously pre-contract for next season, Celtic are going to try and persuade Kieran Tierney to come in this window.
Okay, so they have to pay some money for him then.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay. That's that. I don't think we should be getting rid of players until we've actually signed some, because we don't want to make ourselves weaker.
No.
You know what I mean? I know we've got, if he does go Tierney, we've still got Calafiori and Skelly, but he's been playing at left wing the last couple of times he's come on as a sub, Tierney, hasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
He's done a little job there, so you never know. Come up, I'll type in that. There we go. Yep. And the pictures there. That's surprising. Hang on a minute, is that the right player? Yeah, that's him, isn't it? Why has he got the England badge there and not the Arsenal? I don't know.
It's good. Oh no, they did. I think they do it by their nationalities, don't they? Yeah.
So so we're going with that for the back four. Let's have a little think about this this midfield now, because I'm not liking Odegaard at the minute, mate. I'm really not.
Well, no, I mean those two there in front of the fence. Obviously, that's going to be Rice and Partey, so that really speaks for themselves.
Yeah.
If there's anything, Rich, if there's anything that you feel like, what player that you think should be, in your own views, your own opinions, who you play, just give it a shake, mate.
Yeah, say that.
I like the young kiddie you got at left back. Skelly. Yeah, I think he's going to be. He could be another Ashley Cole right there. He looks quite good. He just one for the future there, definitely.
Well, you've already signed a young left back from Arsenal reserves the other day, and that pissed me off because. Go on.
Yeah, he's a left back. Yeah, I mean, I first seen of him and heard of him, but I did read it.
Yeah, I mean, he's quite tall as well. I think he's about 6'2", 6'3". But I mean, from what you can see, there's a video on YouTube. You can actually watch, and the way how he plays, he's a decent player, Rich. So you think of it, you signed that Arsenal striker in the reserve. that Martins, and then you've got this left back. I can't remember his name now, but honestly, you watch it. I think what it is, you're getting done. You're trying to build a team, and you're trying to gradually bring Project Youth into Man United as well. But it seems like at the minute you're nicking our players, and I'm not happy about
That's
it.
what I said. 10 years time, new stadium, new team.
All right then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
But yeah,
And
looking at your, I mean, I'm not Arsenal fan, but I haven't seen those your players. But probably looking at those, what you got picked there at the moment, that's who against Man City. That's probably I'll go with so far. Yeah,
I'm nervous about Odegaard. I mean, I don't think he's cutting the mustard. I see this central midfield, this number 10 player here.
yeah.
And where that's who you're going to put in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you would. Yeah, I'll go with that.
I really like him. I think he's another player we've got there that's going to be like a generational fucking talent, mate. I really do. He scored for us yesterday. I don't know why he's picture rating. For some reason, he ain't got his picture. I thought it's because he was 17, but hold on a minute. How old's Lewis Skelly? Is he 18?
He's 18, Skelly, yeah.
Yeah, that's why he's. So I might have been right then about Ranieri. His picture not being there because he's not 18 yet. That might be.
He's not 18. I think he's 17 still. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're looking for up front now the wingers and the striker. So where would you go with the right winger then? Because then Ranieri, you'd think he'd play cutting on his left foot, but we've decided to drop Odegaard. Fibonacci have equalised against Midtjylland.
Do you know what, Lee? I've never seen Nwaneri. I know what you're saying about Odegaard, and I get it. But for me, I would. I mean, I'm not saying do it, but this is my call. Where you got Nwaneri to, I'd rather play Nwaneri on the right because I feel that he is a decent backup position on that right-hand side for Saka. I mean, look how he played in the Champions League and getting that goal. Do you know what I mean? So I think if there's only a decent backup player from Saka, is him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do. Yeah.
So
and obviously
who do you want to put in the 10 then? This is going to be
well, to me, you mentioned his name. Is obviously he's gonna have to be. Listen, you could either put Odegaard there, or you could put someone like I think Trossard might do a job there in the middle.
Yeah,
it is up to you, but I feel because
this is what's wrong with this thing. This is why this annoys me sometimes. It glitches, and I can't. Should let me remove him out.
Yeah.
So you're saying put Trossard there?
Yeah, you could put Trossard there.
But then that contradicts what we were saying about
Martinelli and Trossard, doesn't it?
But,
so what would you? I didn't really like. Or let's keep it there and just put Trossard on the right and Martinelli on the left. It's up to you.
Well,
you can. No. It's just a tough call, isn't it? It's a tough call because I mean, in all fairness, what I would have gone with it in that field, I would have gone Nwaneri on the right. I would have gone Odegaard in the middle and Trossard on the left with Havertz up front.
I want to bring Odegaard to the bench. I think he needs a wake-up call. I think he needs something like you're just coasting through these games. You need Oppenheim equalised against Anderlecht. I think he needs a little fucking kick up the arse. So maybe drop him, even though it's an important game, even though he's captain. For me, he's too inconsistent, and he needs a little kick up the arse. So Havertz for me as well.
Yeah.
For me, Havertz, no. I'm thinking putting Martinelli through the middle and maybe Sterling on the left, and then just have a little reshuffle if it don't work, maybe.
Okay.
And we need to try something different because don't forget Rio Sociedad are 1-0 up against Panathinaikos. I think we need to do a reshuffle. We need something different. It's predictable. Everton's up front. It's predictable. I think we need to make a little something different. And I know I said that Sterling last night played running around like an endless chicken, but he did have his best game for us. He's played this, since he come. He wasn't great, but he was a lot better than what he has been. And he was on the left-hand side. So I'm saying Sterling left, right, nearly through the middle.
You're saying Sterling, are you there?
Yeah.
All right.
On the left-hand side, yeah. You might think it's a bit crazy, but I think that looks good. And see, Martinelli up front, Trossard, Ranieri, they can interchange. They can interchange, and then if need
But
be,
yeah, there is a balance there, isn't there? And with that balance comes creativity as well.
yeah. No, let's hope this works. So I'd like to think what everybody in the chat, what's people in the chat saying? Are they disagreeing? Do they think this is a decent choice? Can you see anything in the chat?
Yeah, AFC always is put on there. He's put common sense prevailed for Skelly, red card overturned, which is totally right because it wasn't really a sending off anyway. If it was, it would be overturned. So that's
right, let me just come back because I can leave this up for a bit and I can come back from the other tab and I can see again. While I'm doing it, I can't see, but I can pop back now. Right, yeah. So I can just at the side and I can see that thing in the middle now as well. Evening, James Lau in the chat. What was we saying? Sorry, Anthony, what was you saying?
Oh no, I was just reading out AFC's always. Her comment was about Skelly with the sending off.
Oh yeah, comment. I was that was it. But did you know? Did you know that Arsenal are being charged now, counter-charged, because they've got their fucking knickers in the twist again? This fucking EGMOL. Arsenal are being charged on the reaction to the red card. Now all the other players surrounding the ref. They're charging us with misconduct or whatever now for the players' reaction.
When it's sending off in the first place, the referee, that referee who's an ass wipe, to be honest, he's going to have the Arsenal players surrounding him because they're right, because all they're doing is saying to the referee it wasn't a sending off. So what they're trying to do is educate the referee and stick up for their player.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, that's
exactly that, and I think it's just quite because they've got the over us getting a bit of justice. Now, it is pathetic. It's pathetic that now they want to charge us with misconduct for the red card reaction, how the players reacted to the red card. What's a load of old shit. You can't write it, can you? You can't write it. I have always, no matter what team, me, the panel, and Arteta pick, it's obviously shocking for a manager to spend 800 million, and this is all the bench we've got. This is all we got. The bench is crap too. Yeah, but I think a reshuffle like that. What's that noise I can hear? I hear a noise. I don't know what that is. I can hear something. Has someone got a TV on or something? I can hear something.
I haven't got a TV on. My TV's off.
Yeah, I can hear something.
Mine's off.
It might be I don't know. Hopefully it's not an echo. It might be an echo or something. I don't know. Can't you hear that?
I can hear it, yeah.
It's like... I think it's like
But if you could, because you can mute people at your end. If you mute me and you can still hear it, then mute Richard, and if it stops, he's coming.
It might be because I'm sharing the screen. I don't know. Let me just stop sharing. No, because it might be because I'm sharing the screen and it's coming through 2 different channels. You know what I mean? 2 different squares. So if I stop sharing, yeah, it's gone. No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't. He was just sharing something. That was all he was doing. Hang on, wait there. Let me mute me. I'll mute myself. Right.
Yeah. There's a bit of feedback. There's feedback. No. You're all right.
I'll mute myself. I'll do myself now.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, it's Richard.
Yeah, it's you.
So you've got a bit of feedback coming through from your end somehow.
It's not. He's got what it is. That's actually a telly that's loud in one of the rooms in his house. That's what it is. We can hear it.
I ain't got to tell you. I'll tell you what that probably is because I've sat in the dining room. That's the cars going down the busy road, I expect.
It sounds like an echo though, of what we're saying.
That's
All
right.
It sounds like you can hear it. Right, so yeah, I absolutely agree, AFC always. James Lowe, evening to you, sir. Yeah, there's a bit of feedback coming from somewhere.
I'll mute myself on that now.
Michael Oliver has sent off 8 Arsenal players. Yeah, we know, mate. We know. In 55 games. And how many players he sent off for Man City in about 53 games? None. Nada.
Do you know what? If you actually seen the video on YouTube, is Mark Goldbridge. He's done a video on this Michael Oliver, this referee, and he hits the nail on the head. And it's from last season, and for some particular reason, it was a game against Man City and Arsenal, right? Where I think it may have been where we had to send it off. Was it? He refereed that game? It was also the Liverpool game as well. He balls up in that game.
Yes, and stuns up in McAllister's chest.
That's right. And also he balls up against the Manchester derby, Man United against Man City. So that was 3 games he balls up. He's actually worked up in the box in VAR and given wrong decisions as well.
Yeah.
So all this, what Mark Goldbridge done, it actually makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Just to say this as well, we've got to reiterate this because I don't condone the abuse that he's got, Michael Oliver, either. They've allocated his family, dogs.
I don't agree with that.
You can't do that. You can have a go at him personally. You can say he's a shit ref, he's this, he's that. But don't fucking have a go at his family, his kids, or whatever they're doing here. Like they done to Everts, threatening to murder his wife and unborn child.
Exactly. Don't agree with that. It's wrong.
Absolute wrong. So we don't condone none of that. But he's still a shit fucking referee. Listen, Luca, thanks for coming on yourself, sir. 100% come on when you want. You got me on Instagram now. Just DM me what you see the show. You want to come on? We can always sort the link out. Or we do this show every Thursday. So you're welcome to pop by every Thursday and say what you please, say what you want. Come on the show, bro. James Lowe, sign of the times. Man U play on Thursday, the loneliest night of European football. Yeah, Rich, one for you.
What do you reckon,
Man U
Rick?
play on a Thursday. They was having a go at us, weren't they, when we was playing in the Europa League?
Yeah. So, you was at Arsenal last season. What then? Europa League. What did you drop in it?
We was in Champions League last season.
We was in Champions League last season, Rich. We got eliminated this season.
It was the season before you got knocked out the halfway line, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's still a load of feedback coming through, Rich.
Oh, is there? I don't know what that is. I've moved as well.
It must be are you doing it on your phone? Might be your device. It might be. It's like an echo.
Yeah.
Can you hear that, Andrew?
I can hear it, yeah. It sounds like you're in another room, but there's a TV on that's sounding loud in the next room or something like that. We can. It's feedback. Definitely coming from.
I've got nothing. I'm in the kitchen. The TV's off and everything. So It must be. Hang
I
on.
think it must be your speaker. Because every
Could be
time I
mis-
speak, or Anthony or yourself, could hear like a fuzzy sound behind, like an echo,
Yeah.
fuzzy echo
I'll tell you
behind.
what. I'll come in the chat. I'll come off the camera and I'll come in the chat with you.
All right, bro.
All right.
Yeah. I'll see you on in a minute.
All right. Thanks, Rich, for coming on.
That's all right. No worries.
Yeah. So, any other business? That stop now. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
It might be something on his device he's using. Right. Any other business? Michael Oliver is football's Billy No Mates. Michael, well, listen. I don't know if you heard, James. I just read something that he must have mates somewhere because the PGMOL or the FA or whoever it is, we're going to be charged with. I don't know if it's going to be misconduct or failing to control our players, but we're being charged with the reaction after the red card. So Arsenal are going to be charged with that. I don't know how it works or who's making the charges or if it's Michael Oliver just fucking throwing his toys out the pram. But yeah, so I think he's escaped punishment as well. I'd like to know what the punishment is for that. Showing the red card straight away.
It'd be a slap on the wrist.
It's not even. It didn't even give it a second thought. It was just like Skelly snapped the other player's leg or whatever. The quickness, bang, straight away. Every man and his dog, every pundit that I've seen, I can't say every, apart from a few fans and Steve Nicol. I think the ex-Liverpool player, is it Steve Nicol, his name?
Yeah.
He was the only pundit or ex-player that said that he deserved the red card. The only one out of about fucking 200 that I've seen. And there was a few haters.
Was that on ESPN?
I don't know where it came from.
Is America over at ESPN? He's big over there, Steve Nicol.
Right. So yeah, he was the only one that said he deserved the red card. And what amazed me more than anything I've ever heard in my life is that Jamie O'Hara actually was on the Arsenal's player, so he was at Skelly's side. Jamie O'Hara, who's Arsenal's biggest enemy himself, said that it wasn't a red card. So if he can say it, if he can put his hands up, someone like that who hates Arsenal, hates us, because we realised how shit he really is and didn't give him a full-time contract and fucked him off out of the club because he was at Arsenal.
I sent the video to that in the chat, didn't I, with Jamie O'Hara? Do you remember in our chat? I sent the video of what he said.
Yeah, he did.
But after that, he did say, but don't get me wrong, I do love it when bad decisions goes against Arsenal, admittedly. And that was the only he prevailed himself by saying that about Skelly, and then it went there, and then as soon as he said that about I love all the decisions against Arsenal, I literally went straight back down again. So
serves me right for going to Tesco's. Why? What you missed? Oh, what did you miss? You must have missed what I said about. Yeah, you've only just come in the chat, didn't you, James? Here's Richard. He was just on the show, but he had a bit of problem with his mic on his device.
Yeah.
All right, now, sorry about that. Don't know what that was. It's the same. Might be your mic, Rich. Whatever device on your phone. For some reason, it seemed to be. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm not very technical. I think it was pathetic, that red card. Yes, a foul, not a yet. I would accept a yellow card for that cynical foul, trying to just break the play up, take one for the team. Some people are saying that should be outlawed. You shouldn't do that. Shouldn't be a tactic. Take one for the team. That's cheating. Haters, mate. Everyone does it. Every player that plays in the Premier League have done it at some time in their career. They've done it. Every team has done it. I reckon 99% of the players that are playing today have done it. So they do it. They do it at fucking Sunday League, mate. Over the Wanstead Flats, they do it. Players do it. It's part of the game. Get over yourself, man. It's part of the game. I mean, if it would have been the other way round, I would have been shocked as well. I would have said to myself, never a red card. I know it's good talking in hindsight, but I wouldn't. Even if it was against Spurs, even if it was against them down the road from us, you know, what I mean, I would have still said, nah, that's a bit arse. It's not. I'm glad it's happened, but it was arse. It would have. That's what I would have said. Do you know what I mean? Because if we played 10-man Spurs, we smash them. We smash them, don't we?
Yeah, we would. And you know what? What a bloody good time it would be if it was the North London derby to play instead of Man City. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that would have been, yeah.
Absolutely, it would have been much better. But Man City are starting to come back a little bit as well, weren't they? They're starting to play a bit better. They did go 1-0 down last night, but they come back and won 3-1, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
So,
and they've qualified now to the next round, haven't they? So they were
that's
lucky.
by the skin of their teeth.
The skin of their teeth.
They've got to go through the qualifiers, but we're, as AFC mentioned as well. I mentioned it that we play on the 5th, which is on Wednesday, like next week. We've got the second leg up at St James's Park. I feel a little bit more confident about that game than I did after the game at the Emirates. You know,
I still think there's a challenge.
Because Newcastle lost the game. Who beat them 4-1 or 4-2? Who was it? Was it Brentford or Bournemouth? One of them.
It was Bournemouth. It was Bournemouth. It beat them 4-1 or
4-1. Yeah. So at St James's Park, I mean.
And then they went on to beat Forest the week after 5-0. So
yeah,
you know what I mean. So
but I'm saying they are beatable by more than
they
one.
They are beatable, but that's still a bit of a mountain to climb, though, Lee, isn't it? Going into a way there.
No, I agree. But if we get one back in the first half, it's a different game, mate. In the second, if we don't concede, we want to
be 2-0 up. I tell you now, we want to be 2-0 up within the first 60 minutes of the game.
Yeah. If it goes, I think Arsenal are out second leg. Newcastle will score at home.
Yeah, they will.
They concede at home as well. Look what Bournemouth done to them. Yeah, I know it's a big ask, man. I know it's a big ask. One second, Anthony.
So I'm left here on the aim then. Now let's just see. Have a look at the. I'll just go through some of the comments and see what else where else he's got up to. It was a foul, I think, or something else. Yeah. DXR, what's up, guys? Big up DXR.
Sorry about that, man. My daughter's getting a bit out of a pram. I'm about to just go and put her back in it. Swear she's on the phone to her mate, like effing and blinded. 14. I don't know who she thinks she is. DXR, big up, sir. What's happening? Nice to see you in the chat. Well, where was we? I've lost my train. Oh, Newcastle. Yeah, so I feel a lot better about it. I feel a lot better about it after they're taking that loss to Bournemouth at St James's Park. I mean, if that would have been a different result, a draw, for example, I wouldn't have felt any better. But now I know they're gettable at St James's Park by Bournemouth. If Bournemouth could do it, why can't we? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But that comes with Bournemouth is that chemistry. They've got a better balance, a better chemistry, and a better setup than us. I mean, obviously they proved it late throughout the season, but you look at the games they're going to be playing from now to the end of the season. I tell you something now. I think they can do it, mate. They're in the ambitions of Europa League or Europa Conference League, Bournemouth. You know, so it's all to play for.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. They've got Semenyo, haven't they? Justin Kluivert smashing it at the minute. They've got some good players there. They have got some good players. And good luck to them, man. Wish them all the best. You know what I mean? They've done us as well. I know we had that was the game Saliba was sent off, weren't it? But
Yeah, but they got money now. Apparently, they're going to buy a new stadium. I think the capacity of that is going to be 25,000 because the stadium that they play at is actually owned by the council. They don't own it.
right.
Bournemouth.
Vitality, is
So-
it the Vitality?
Yeah. So so things are looking up. But with the capacity of the stadium, they just want to get the stadium built up so it belongs there. But it's one of those stadiums where you can extend each stand. So obviously the capacity will rise up over the years as well. Look. So
Yeah.
I think it's good times for Bournemouth at the minute. The players they got there, the new manager registering for a new stadium to get there, so they actually own it. In other words, so things are looking up for them.
Yeah, good. Good. Okay. Any other business before we say goodnight?
Well, there's one thing I want to say, Lee, and I don't know if I've already touched on it, but where's your beard gone, mate?
I was driving along the road, a passenger, obviously. My mate's car stuck my head out the window and it just blew off.
Oh, did it? Well, tell him you want it.
I know,
Tell him you want it back. You look a twat. Honestly.
Just every now and again, I have a little change, don't I? Sometimes I shave my head. Sometimes I shave my beard.
Flipping, I'd never known. So you're a flip flop on your hair, a flip flop on your beard, flip flop on our.
I changed my mind, man. I'm like a menopausal mother. Keep changing my mind all the time.
Yeah, your life's kind of complex, isn't it? You're more than one person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're flipping, you're flopping, and yeah, I get it. I really do. But I suppose if I was 50, I know. I suppose
You're older than me, Anthony. What are you talking about? I ain't 50 yet.
I'm 45, mate. I'm 45.
Oh, don't talk out your arsehole.
I'm 45.
Are you? I'm 49 this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm 50,
Yeah.
50 next year.
And you still dyed your fucking hair, don't you? Oh,
I've got the big grey badger spot there, so you can't see it.
That is dyed.
You take
Just
the
for
piss,
men.
bro. You always
Dark brown. Yeah.
Your hair's grey anyway. What are you talking about?
Hey, this is natural. This is I believe in that. This is completely natural. There's nothing on me is dyed or anything like that. It's just natural.
I'm 44 and 45. He looks 55 though. You look 55. Your brother saying?
Well, my brother looks older than me. I thought bloody hell. I didn't know if that was my brother or fucking Neil Warnock. It was one of them, but. Well, big up, Rich, and thanks for coming on, mate. No, seriously, I appreciate it. If you want to, Rich, I can send you the link next week, and if you want to come on next week's show, then you're more than welcome.
Absolutely. The more the merrier. Well, not the more the merrier. 3 at a time, but we get a couple of people on. We can have them on one, with us. It'd be good. Anybody else, all we got to do is ask for the link, and we'll bring you on. But not tonight. Now we're wrapping up tonight. It's been a good show, man. Thanks to Luca as well. Luca Talks Ball. He was on the beginning of the stream. His link's in the description. Rich, thanks to Rich as well for coming on. Richard Herbert, Anthony's brother, come on and give him his thoughts on Man United. That was quite interesting. About Anthony and etc. And everybody else in the chat, thanks for your participation. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your likes. And if you see this on the replay and you enjoy the show, stick a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't already. I'm getting close, man. I'm getting close. I'm building up slowly. I'm on 820 now, 821, I think. Just going to get to that 900, hopefully before the end of, I'd say before the end of February, and go for the 1,000 before the end
of February.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I was thinking the 32-33 season, but
the way it's been growing over the last month, though, You know, I
Yeah.
think I've got 40 subscribers in a month. So
Yeah, I think
I'm
when
looking
I
at that.
first started,
I only need another like. What do I? Oh fuck me! It's 80, isn't it? Oh, I don't think I'll get by the end of February then.
no,
You never know. You never
you
know.
never know. You never know. You never know. I mean, when I first started coming on the show, and you think of it, it's been 8 months now, and well, it's been 8 months of fucking misery, to be honest with you, flip flopping. I can't keep up with it. But, apart from that, I think you were on about 700 then. You know, just that 700 mark, and then
Yeah,
you
maybe.
come up
Yeah.
about 100 and some odd subs. You know, but you know, it is slowly but surely growing. I don't mean anything nasty by that, but you know, I think anything like that, it's sort of as long as you can get up to that 900, and then you've got that other 100 to get up to that 1K.
Yeah.
That's going to be the toughest challenge from the 900 to the 1K. So
Yeah.
as long as you get there, I believe you get there, Lee. I mean, times.
Hopefully.
But by then, you know you might have grown a fucking beard, but yeah, it's all good.
I'll probably go right back again, won't I? Richard
So,
said he come on next. Well, next Thursday will be our live. We do the show once a week on a Thursday, Rich.
yeah,
I do reactions like that to myself on my phone. I do live reactions straight after games on my phones on the single one. But this is our show, the final score. We do this on a Thursday evening. And again, get rid of Anthony out of Man United and Anthony off here to both progress. Then I can't get rid of me mucker, Rich. Can't get rid of me most loyal subscriber and guest and panelist. Can't. He's got to stay. He can't go nowhere now. Anyway, he's not allowed to go.
Well, Paradis, Mucker, yeah, subscribe it. I don't know. Have I subscribed? Have I?
You fucking want to have.
I don't know.
No,
Honestly, I'll have to have a look to see if I subscribe to the show. Fucking hell. Hey, maybe I'm flip flopping on that whether to subscribe or not. But
oh no! Look, this is your own brother speaking. Did you see that?
no, I didn't. No.
Look,
What did he say? I fucking hate the door laughing.
and keep Arteta instead. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you, you lovely people. We're going to say God bless, good night, and we'll see you next week. Cheers, Andy.
Cheers.